The last time a surfer took out a guy like John in back-to-back events was Kyle Ubeli when John was going through his first world title. Things are turning upside down on the leaderboard. Connor's going to get a quick start against Italo. Power hack the first section, unloads that turn, but couldn't hang on.
He's going to make it. We'll have a look here on the replay. Pumping and just calmly waiting for the moment. He knows it's coming, flies into the air, and really, I suppose that's an uncharacteristic sort of unmake for him, because we've seen him, maybe it was the height and that centrifugal force of that rotation. As we watch it here, Rab flies to the air, and you can see he's just rotating so fast. The head's leading and came from so high up and looked like he had it, just that little layback. He ordinarily makes those, and perhaps the pressure of the moment getting to him. Morgan, he's that underdog that no one really saw coming and didn't see and expect. Look, here we go. Look at the distance between Connor and Italo. He created this opportunity under priority.
Italo, big hack there, a lot of power off that lip line. Now he's got a section to chuck the tail, incomplete, which is keeping things very interesting. I felt like he started quick in the heat with Fanning, where he did 2 big rotators and then basically sat on Mick with 10 minutes to go. Connor rolling in now. He's got some face to work with. Deep bottom turn, beautiful carve to start. Rips that cutty back in the pocket again. The Californian still swinging off the lip, keeping his composure for the finish.
The first time Italo has actually been, basically scoreless.
Look at this wedge now setting up for Connor. Big hammer right there on the back end. Patiently waits to blow the tail out with control and then climbs the following section. Little behind on the third, but the first 2 are brilliant to back up the 5.0. And I think Connor, being a student of the game, working closely with Micro and watching Siblick pull off another big underdog performance.
And that's here, we see it on the replay. He drops in here, drives off the bottom. That first snap's beautiful and clean. There's a little moment at the bottom, but he times it beautifully into that third turn, and that's sort of inconsequential, that third turn, but the fact that he didn't fall added something to it. And his first 2 turns are going to give him, the best points he's had, and he's going to start building pressure on Italo, because Italo's had nothing, and now he's sort of had that 5 and maybe something a little bit higher than the 5, maybe a 6, whatever, and Italo's still sitting. So a great situation, a great little turnaround of momentum, because while Italo was going to the air, it felt like...
Obviously the broken board just made it even harder to come back. He put himself back in the heat in the final minutes, but a slow start has been tough to recover today. Italo in motion now. First snap, driving into a fun pocket section for a beautiful open face hook, and then slams on the end section, and he nods going, that was it. He's feeling the momentum, trying to break down an 8.6 to come back here.
Yeah, as he drops in and gets that first nice little tail whip wrench. And this is the turn Rab was talking about, just a beautiful driving snap. So tight, so powerful, lovely third turn. And that was exactly what he needed to do. A fall there and some other compounding of pressure in this moment would have been disastrous, but he surfed it confidently, surfed it aggressively, but with a controlled fashion, and banked the score exactly what he needed to do, and exactly like the champs do when the pressure's on.
And his tempo was solid from the blowtail into this power gouge. That was really meaty right there. And then also had the finish. So he was feeling it. And I love how he's mixing it up. Not going for big full rotators. 3 big aggressive moves from Italo Ferreira. What a day it's been here in the round of 16 here at the Rip Curl Narrabeen Classic, presented by Corona. The quarterfinals are getting mixed up quickly with big upsets happening in the round. Throw tail reverse start for Italo Ferreira into a wrapping cutback. Drives in that frontside turn, ditches the fins. Remind me of that little cutback to throw tail that Corey Lopez used to lock in on tour back in the day. We'll have to take another look. Connor almost looked like he had a little ramp setting up for him. You can tell just in their stance as they're preparing for those big wedges. Superheat still under. Sometimes begs the question, is it just harder to get a big score on your forehand? Throwing all that variety. Well, Italo's inspired now, just punches off the lip, and you knew this was coming. The Whitewater's tackling him on the landing.
I don't know. Morgan Sibley's doing pretty damn good, isn't he?
He's looking really
I don't know. I
gnarly.
always go for the freshie.
Here goes your boy Italo.
But I love Italo. Look what he's about to do. I mean, yes, he got the big floater. Yeah. I mean, Italo is so exciting. And then you've got, you know, Gabe, who just set a benchmark.
Gosh,
And they
indeed.
want to see you right away with control. Here's Italo. Quick snap off the roof. Punches the fins out. Somehow got away from Connor.
Oh, yeah, gosh. Give us the score. Judge says yes.
Split decision. There's still 5 seconds. Connor's going to throw a huge fan of spray to the sky and crushes the end sec. And Connor gets the lead back on his last wave. A 5.8 on the buzzer. Connor's had so many heats like that. We'll send it down to Stace.